Hey everybody, it's Jamie here and a very warm welcome to your travel blog Jamie. Matthew and I are on board P&O's Arcadia, an adults only mid-size ship for a 3-night bank holiday extravaganza. We're staying in an ocean view / sea view cabin deep down on deck 1, G deck, gala deck. It's midship and here's my tour and review. Alrighty, let's start off with the location. This is the hub of the ship, the atrium on board P&O Arcadia. And just over here, we have the reception area, loyalty and cruise sales. We've got the shore excursion desk here. And our cabin is located along this corridor. Highly likely to see a Matthew hanging out somewhere. Oh, look, it's a Matthew. Anything to say? No. Go and film your tour. There you go. Now, there are a couple conference rooms here, and our cabin happens to be the very first one, starboard side, G83. So welcome on board and let's go in. I am definitely a fan of the location of this cabin low down midship on G deck. It has great access to the bars, restaurants and theatre. In spite of that proximity, it also remains a quiet cabin. Trusty cruise card to hand. And in we go. Alrighty, let's check out this space. So, as you come into the cabin, to the right you've got the bathroom, to the left we have our storage space, which we will check out shortly. For now, the main event, the bedroom area. Well, as you can see, I think the floor space for a standard ocean view cabin like this is actually very, very positive indeed. We've got a queen bed here. It's super comfy. We had a great night's sleep, and this cabin as well, pretty quiet considering it's just off the atrium. In terms of bed configuration, you could have these made up as 2 singles with a space running down the middle and the units located directly in front of that window. So over here to the side of the bed, we've got a very handy bedside unit. There are 2 drawers here as well, decent size, and also you can operate the electrically, the lighting from these switches right behind the pillow. You need to be careful in the middle of the night though, because if you actually bang that with your head, the lights are going on, off. It's like a disco, it really is. I think obviously one of the main benefits of this kind of cabin is having your sea views. Some people have mentioned they don't like the fact that the bed is directly in front of the window, and I absolutely do take your point. On ships like P&O's Iona and Arcadia, they actually have a seating area right below the windows, which I think is a better configuration, a better concept. However, I still appreciate the natural light and the ocean views. And on the other side of the bed, yep, another bedside unit, again with 2 drawers. And this is where we've also got the telephone as well. So let's have a look at the cabin from this angle, because you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Angles and perspectives are everything, my darlings. They really are. Don't quite understand the artwork in here, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what it's got to do with Arcadia as a ship or its history. Maybe somebody out there can enlighten me. Okay, now the AC unit is up here and operated over here. It's actually a good temperature in here. Now, when I stayed on board Arcadia on S deck last time, I found that the cabin temperature was a bit warm for me. You have 2 very handy hooks over here. Hang your coats, your scarves, your knickers, whatever takes your fancy. These curtains don't actually close. It's more for decorative purposes, and a clear division between the bedroom area and what I would consider to be a lounge area. Speaking of which, we've got a bit of a tatty couch here actually. I'm hoping when Arcadia has its refurb later in 2024, they completely change these couches. It's very handy to have it there with your table, and this table is maneuverable, as I will show you shortly. It's not very comfy, as you can see. It's a bit of an old IKEA kind of job, isn't it really? Not a fan. And on the wall behind, we have, again, more artwork. It's kind of like countryside style artwork. Again, I'm not really sure what that's got to do with this ship. Now then, this table, have a look underneath. This should be maneuverable in terms of it going up and down. Oh my God. Well, it goes up a little bit. So if you do have room service, well, you can maneuver the table to the appropriate height, depending on where your knees are, my darlings. So look, I love having this little lounge area, I really do. I just feel that the furniture needs replacing. By the way, can you store your luggage under the bed? Damn right you can. And to the workstation / vanity area. First of all, this mirror, fabulous, huge mirror. And you know what that means? It adds to the sense of space and light. Oh yes, did you know I was going to say that? Those of you who've been watching for some time, I'm sure you knew I was going to say that. There's a lot of space here actually. You could maneuver things around to give you more space should you need to. We've got our trusty kettle, of course, tea and coffee facilities. Now, you should have your biscuits replenished daily. If your cabin steward or stewardess accidentally forgets, just ask them, they will replenish. We've got full fat and half fat coffee there, sorry, decaf and fully caffeinated. You've got your sugars, you've got your teas, what we've got Tetley, all right. And you've got your UHT milk here as well. You could, of course, bring your own milk as there is a fridge in your cabin. Now, this is where you'll also find your sockets. We've got a US port here, a European one here, a UK here, a US one here. Now, behind the television, there's also a spare US socket. There's a storage area here for the magazines, your how to use the My Holiday app, also your Rise and Dine menus. We'll talk through those a little bit later. A couple glasses, which is great, but also can I just point out that if you receive the half bottle of bubbles as per your loyalty tier, not really in keeping, is it? Bubbles and these kind of glasses. It would be nice to have some flutes. Oh God, I know, listen to me, what a diva. Down here we have good size shelves actually with the all-important hairdryer. This looks like a beast. Shall we try it out? 2 speeds. Speed number 1, gentle blow. Speed number 2, not bad. We've also got 3 heat settings. I'm going to go for the hottest, eh? Let's see if this scalds me or not. Okay, no scalding going on there, but a good heat nonetheless. If you got a big bush, I think this might just sort you out. And to the left, we've got an old ugly chair, and down here, your fridge. A decent sized fridge actually. If you've got a tall bottle of something, you could always move that shelf. Now then, let's talk about bringing drinks on board, shall we? It's currently the beginning of May 2024, and there is all sorts of hoo-ha online because there was a leaked document, apparently a leaked document from P&O that went to some travel agents, not all, suggesting that guests may bring on a litre bottle of wine or bubbly per adult sharing a cabin, but no longer spirits. As it stands for this cruise, it is still permitted. You are still allowed, according to the leaked document, to bring on soft drinks. And of course, you can get room service with drinks delivered to your room to be consumed in your room / cabin. Don't drag me for saying room. It's a room, it's a cabin, it's a stateroom, it's all of those. We got a newsflash. Whilst editing this very vlog, P&O indeed updated their alcohol policy. From the 7th of May 2024, guests are only allowed to bring on board 1 litre of either wine or bubbly. For the full lowdown, just search Travelblog Jamie P&O alcohol policy. On that note, it seems like the perfect opportunity to look at the room service menu, including what drinks you can have delivered to your cabin at a cost, of course, only for consumption in your cabin. The television, it's one of the old televisions on P&O. It feels like it's a mile away from the bed, so you might want to be wearing your glasses to see that clearly. It's also one of the old ones in that there's not so much choice on here, so you're just going to have to flick through the channels to try and find your programmers or films of choice. Thankfully, there's still cruise radio. We love listening to a bit of that when we're getting ready. We do. Alrighty, let's check out the plastic aroma bathroom. Will we have shower curtains? Will it offend you? Oh my goodness. So yes, plastic aroma, but I've got to say, I don't mind the size of this bathroom at all. I like the fact there's a bathtub in here as well as the shower. I know some of you are going to be very upset and offended about clingy shower curtains. I have to be honest with you, I don't really give a monkeys. I honestly don't. I mean, yeah, they might stick to your bits and bobs, odds and sods. I'm going to forgive them of that, I really am. A glass panel definitely would be preferable. Maybe, just maybe, that's what we'll get with the refit later in the year. You'll be pleased to know I have actually taken showers on this trip so far, hygienic and all. It's a very hot, powerful shower. Very pleased with that. You do also get products here. So we've got White Company products, synonymous with P&O. We've got the shampooing plus bath and shower gel. Jasmine, rose and neroli. Nom nom nom. Don't eat it, by the way. So decent size, probably get about 2 1/4 people in there. Hold on to this for your dear life, of course, if it's rough and rocking and rolling. We've got our washing line to hang your wets up, no problem. Towel rack up here, more towels here. We've got a 1 cheek, 2 cheeks, rah rah rah, and a sanitary bin, thank goodness for that. Now then, the sink basin, decent space around it for storing some bits and bobs. You've also got another White Company product in hand wash, very nice indeed. A reminder that your hairdryer is located in cabin dresser cupboard. I've already showed you that, my darlings. Underneath we have a shelf, so more storage space here. So I think that's pretty decent. Fair size mirror here. We've got a shaving point, which of course you don't have on some of the newer ships, and behind here you've got 3 shelves for your toiletries. Now let me point something out to you which is a bit odd. On first glance you might think, oh look, that's a nice finish. They've got nice grey sort of panels around the mirrors. Look, this is masking tape to mask some of the imperfections, shall we say, around the mirror. Does this need a refit, a refurb? Oh yes. And a couple hooks on the back of the door for your towels, for your robes, for your knickers, my darlings. Right opposite the bathroom we have our storage space. Yep, we've got 3 wardrobes here. I think this is a great amount of storage space. So good sized shelf up here, hanging space, a shelf down here as well. If you don't have enough hangers, just ask for more. Your cabin steward or stewardess will be very happy to bring those to you. The second one, this is where you have your life jacket / vest stored, more hanging space, and somewhere for your shoes, your bags, etc. This also is a near floor to ceiling length mirror. Not bad. Moving to the third and final space. No hanging space here, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves, and oh, actually you could use this as hanging space. I don't think it was designed for that. A good space down here, plus somewhere for your ties, your belts, your pantyhose, whatever you want. 4th shelf down, we've got our in-cabin safe. There's also information here about having your laundry done. Let's have a little peep at that. Now, this doesn't really make sense to me. It says to ensure your laundry is returned same day, make sure your items are handed to your cabin steward before 10 a.m. But then right after it says all laundry will be returned within 2 days. I don't know what that means, my darlings. And a look at the prices. Now, don't you worry. There are a number of laundrettes on board. I'm going to show you one right now. So the laundry rooms on board Arcadia occupy decks 4, 5 and 6 and are pretty much midship. Here we are, 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. I'm going in. Oh, look at this. What a beauty. All right, it's small but perfectly formed. Bearing in mind some cruise lines and ships don't have this facility at all. So yeah, we've got 1 iron and ironing board. I imagine there'll be a bun fight for that later. And you've got your washers and dryers here as well. Make sure you bring your own detergents and liquids, etc. As I always say, thank goodness for operating instructions. Otherwise, I might be lost.
Some of you folks online don't understand why some passengers use the laundry facilities. Oh, you're on a cruise, you're on holiday, why would you do anything like that there? Well, you know, have a think about it. What if they're on, I don't know, a long cruise, a world cruise? That might make more sense than to be doing their laundry on board. I doubt they've got enough outfits for 110 nights, just saying. Also, some people I know love to do their laundry on the last afternoon of their cruise before going home, so they don't have to do it when they get home. I just think each to their own. You mind your own business, folks. Let people do what makes them happy. Off my soapbox now.
So in summary, I don't think you're going to need for storage space in a cabin like this on Arcadia.
There's an option to buy 6 cans of water. You'll find this in your cabin for only £8, 5 pence. The water from the taps in the bathroom is absolutely safe to drink, perfectly acceptable, very well filtered. So I personally don't see the need to buy cans of water at £8, 5 pence. But of course, it's up to you.
This is the Rise and Dine menu. If you would like a complimentary breakfast delivered to your cabin, well, you need to complete this and hang it outside of your cabin by 10 p.m. each evening. You are absolutely correct in that this is an extremely limited menu. This is all you can get. No hot drinks either. I'm very sorry about that, folks. What do you want me to do about it? I don't own P&O, do I?
And let's take a look at the room service menu.
Well, first of all, each dish is priced individually, as you can see here. You can order as much or as little as you wish. In addition, there's no tray charge on board P&O Arcadia, unlike P&O Iona and Avia, or at least not yet. I can definitely recommend the burger, the pie, and the Asian bento box. Nom nom nom. What you can see here is the Horizon newsletter, which is going to be delivered to your cabin every evening by your cabin stewardess or steward. This will show you what events are taking place during the daytime and evenings whilst you're on board, not to mention the opening and closing hours of the bars, lounges, restaurants, pools and spa. You'll also be able to access this electronically once on board the ship.
And there you have my tour of an ocean/sea view cabin on board P&O Arcadia. Are you feeling sick yet? And here come my personal reflections. First of all, I really like this location. I love being low down in midship on any cruise ship, especially when you're so close to the waterline. I think that's great. I know it doesn't suit all of you. For some of you, that makes you a bit nervy. For me, great views out there. I also think this is a very spacious cabin. I really do. It's comfortable, it's clean, it needs a refurb, a refit. You've seen some of the areas that do need attention, and I'm not a fan of the color scheme in here at all. I'm waiting for some tugboat blues, diesel colors, nautical themes. That's what I think we need here. So I look forward to seeing what P&O are going to do with these cabins during the refit later this year. Hopefully they'll do something. However, what are your opinions about this? Drop those comments below. I would love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for your continued support as we race towards 27,000 subscribers. Today's shoutouts go to my tiers 3, 4 and 5 patrons. You can become a patron by searching patreon.com/travelblogjamie. And don't forget, we can follow each other over on Facebook, Jamie W. Robbins, X, Threads and Instagram at travelblogjamie, cameo.com/travelblogjamie, and of course right here, right now on YouTube.